And the star joins us now. Would you please welcome Chris Hemsworth?
Hello. Good to see you all.
Good to see you again, mate. Thank you very much for joining us. My mind is just blown. You're telling me Optimus Prime and Megatron were mates. Where did this all go wrong?
That's right. Where did it all go wrong? You'll have to find out by watching the film. It was what interested me to play this character, was to do something different and fresh with the franchise. We've all only ever known them as mortal enemies, so now to understand they were mates and see what did go wrong, it was something that was exciting and enjoyable, I think, for an audience to see. So.
Chris, mate, this is the first animated film you've done, and it shocks me, right? It almost seems criminal keeping that face, off the screen. I don't know about that. But did anything surprise you about the role?
It was just fun to. I recorded this in my house, so I could go down there in my jocks and record most of this film. So when you listen to it or you watch this film, you can imagine that, if it helps.
It's just you. Body off camera. What are you doing?
Weirdly, that really does help, Chris. It really does.
I think we have some. Do we have some vision
It'll
of that?
help.
No, because we can't record your mind.
Yeah, it's in the closing credits.
Hey, were you tempted to give Optimus an Aussie accent?
I offered it up and they said no, it definitely doesn't sound anything like the Peter Cullen version that we know and love. But I was intimidated to do it because not the Aussie accent, but the Peter Cullen version, because it is so iconic, and this is a youthful, playful, younger version of the character. So it was nice to sort of play with some of the cadence and the rhythm to what we know, but to do something again sort of unique and fresh.
Yes, well, I can imagine. I mean, last time we spoke to you, you were right here in the studio. You were hot off the press playing the villain in Mad Max. Optimus Prime. I got that wrong. Optimus Prime, he is not.
Optimus Prime.
He's
I like that.
the
You made
good
him flustered
guy.
when he talked about your underwear before, Chris.
Sorry.
He's blushing.
Yeah. But now it's the
Definitely
hero or
Optimus
villain
Prime
thing.
in his underwear. He runs through
That's right. It would be quite painful metallic underwear. Anyway, I'm stopping talking about this. Do you like being the good guy again, or is there a bit of the villain that you just wish you could hang on to?
Oh, they're both fun for different reasons. It's nice to kind of, to switch back and forth. And I've played the hero so many times, obviously with Thor and the Avengers space. And so I love the sort of escape I had playing Dementus with Furiosa. And there is a little bit of that in me, I guess. Not quite as evil as him, I hope, but yeah.
Now, we recently saw you up on stage drumming for Ed Sheeran, one of the best musicians in the world. Was that more or less terrifying than the stunts you pull in Thor?
It was the most terrifying thing I've ever done. I had a few months to learn, and then I didn't really start my lessons until about 8 weeks out. And then up until about 2 weeks out, I didn't really even know the song, and then panicked and kind of, that's all I did. And then there was 70,000 people there, and it was terrifying. I'm thankful to have ticked the box and closed the door on that. You won't be seeing me do it again.
Mate, I'm so full of admiration for you, but I can't believe you've just told us that you got to go and play on stage in front of 70,000 people with Ed Sheeran and you didn't even know the song.
It's crazy.
5 minutes before. That's
his first gig.
No, I did 2 weeks before. It was part of the challenge. It was about cognitive health and learning an instrument and the benefits and so on. But I got to say, the stress that was loaded by playing in front of that audience, I think, outweighed any of the cognitive health benefits. So, if I had my time over, I definitely would have started the lessons a little earlier to avoid some of that stress. But it all went to plan.
I can't believe you were nervous. You should have just imagined everyone in their underwear.
I was in my underwear, the metallic underwear. That was the problem. I forgot my pants again. No, not again.
Unfortunately, Sarah has scoured the footage and that was not true of the event. Chris, hey, thank you so much, mate.
Thanks,
Always
mate.
great to speak to you. Transformers 1 will be out in cinemas from September 19. In the meantime, would you please thank Chris Hemsworth?
Thanks, guys.
Such a nice guy, isn't he?